Greetings there, my fellow scientists and explorers alike. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Pacific Drive, episode 22, Red Meadow. Okay, so here is the zone, the Red Meadow facility zone that I needed. It has one anomaly that is yet to be identified, some sort of toxic anomaly. So we should keep an eye out for anomalies that look unfamiliar so that we can scan it. And trying to get to Dr. K's lab. So this zone is perpetually stable, so we don't have to really worry about that. Wow, the weather turned real quick.
Oh, jeez. You know, I remember Red Meadow like it was yesterday. You up to your eyeballs in paperwork. Francis coated in chalk dust from the blackboards.
You mistaking my lab notes for a trash pile and throwing away weeks of work?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see it again.
They bulldozed that facility to the ground. There's nothing left to reminisce about.
So on this route, we need to go deeper into the back roads, as you can see. So this isn't necessarily our last stop. Twisted Ember, sap compressors, and okay resource. So it's also possible that we'll get sap compressors here as well, so we should keep an eye out for it, even though this is a quest zone. Luckily, the storm's going to help with our low battery power. Charging back up pretty quick.
You ever regret all this?
From the very second I heard your voice coming through my speakers.
I mean, everything that happened here. Handing over Lynn, the way the project ended. It becomes reality. Your career. The entire...
Alright, these are Burp Bunnies?
So are you. You chose your urban legends over everything else.
And there is a lot of
I
them.
have no interest in regret. I want to know if you ever felt that leaving was a real option.
After everything I've seen
and heard and felt here, no, not a chance.
Then we have that in common.
There was an insulated, what was it, panel door in there. I don't really like the peculiar parts. I could take a look at it, though. I did just get some free putty, so I'll putty up the car a little. Hi, Burp Bunny. Actually, the car's in pretty good working order, so I'm going to put the rest of that away. So this panel. It is only 25 electrical resist. Yeah, I don't really care about that then. It's the first insulating panel I've ever found, but 25% resist is, like, not a lot of resist in the scheme of things. And that lovely Arctic truck has given us, so I have, what, 61 rubber. Actually, my rubber's way better than I thought it was. I've been pretty good on this run about grabbing it. Alright, let's get inside this giant facility thing. And I need to remember to grab fuel. Fuel's a little low. I don't think I'm going to be stopping for small groves of tree candy. I'm going to stop for, like, if it's more than just a single tree.
How's Francis?
He hasn't left the bedroom.
I'm sorry you didn't know about his demotion.
It wasn't my secret to tell.
It's fine. This is between him and me.
We'll say the plasma scrapper. Wow, these parts are very intact. The need to pull even intact armor panels off of a car like this one is a lot less once you farm crystals from the thermostat condensers, because the crystals become a lot less precious as a result of being able to get, like, a ton of them without too much effort. Oh, what happened to my tire? Come on, I was parked. I didn't even do anything. Oh, fine. While I was parked, I got a flat. Off-road tire? I think not. So still haven't seen anything acid related that looks new. Well, that looks like fun. Look at that. Like a massive irradiated ruin. Oh, well, what's that bouncing over there? Oh, there's one over here, too. Let's see if I can scan it. It is a moldy balloon. So, you know, kind of like bouncing goop. Alright, there's one of the 3 anchors in this zone. The car is holding together pretty well. Not too much damage. Yeah, I'm gonna make a stop. Sometimes these towers have nice things. Sometimes it's all junk. Transmuter, if I wanted rubber from plasma. Turn that around and I might say yes, but rubber from plasma? No thanks. Yeah, this one didn't have much. Honestly, I've almost never found transmuters that had transmutations that I thought were, like, worth doing. Just doesn't happen. I'm gonna skip this anchor here and go to the further to the northeast one and then double back to this one. Because the one in the middle that I'm closest to is also very close to the quest point. This is a perpetually stable zone, however, so maybe... whatever. I'm already halfway over now.
did Alan tell you about his work? He was second in command of Dr. K's lab, after all.
Alan didn't discuss his work with me, nor did I share mine with him.
Wait, you were head of the whole stinking department.
You must have known something about what their lab was doing.
If there was anything useful to be found, I'd have sussed it out already. That's all
Not a
I
lot of
did
compressors
after
around
the
me.
accident. Try and fail to find any answers.
Oh, that's a lot of nasty, nasty bunnies. I'm not going to stay for the tires here because this thing is hot. So irradiated. Oop, ran over a bunny. Melted the hood off my car. Okay, I'm very low on fuel, so let's top up. I'm hoping the Squire has some fuel for us. Might be also, as long as there's not any dangers around me, grabbing the blowtorch and just topping up the damaged parts of the car, the most damaged parts. What do I find funny? Do I try to... So, I guess when I'm streaming, I'm, like, hyper-focused to the point where, like... I don't know. Maybe I don't laugh. Maybe I have a bad sense of humor. Who knows? What a lot of the, I do really enjoy the dialogue of this game. But it's very rare for games to make me actually laugh, I guess. Most games that are designed to try to make you laugh, I don't find funny. I find it more forced and contrived, I guess. Not all games, but quite a few of them, I'd say. What else got toast? Oh, come on. The thing faced me. Okay. So, front right panel in this door. I'm just going to use up this blowtorch. Car should be okay now. This looks like an enjoyable place to drive. It's all sticky.
Dr. K's lab has got to be here somewhere.
There's 3 crystals up this way I'd like to stop at. And then there's a pretty good cluster of trees right here. Although this area looks to be a little hostile. I'm gonna try to stop anyway. What, is it only one of these trees? Are you kidding me? And this here is a sap compressor that's like inside of this terrain. I wonder if I can hit it anyway. I'm gonna take that as a no. Does my wife watch my streams? No. don't think anyone in my family does. Maybe someday when my kiddo is older. Who knows? All right, let's go inside. I really like the aesthetics of how giant, looming, and sort of like evil the facility that they built to keep the zone insulated looks. It's so imposing. Yeah. It's great.
Dr. K's access records were coded to the lab that used to be here.
I'm feeling less optimistic by the second. Not a scour this place clean.
Something's here. We just can't see it.
Oh, following a hunch. Not your usual MO, Oppie.
No, but being suspicious of Arda is.
So this way looks to be a dead end. Didn't really want it zapping me. There we go.
Whoa, driver, hang on. Where are you going? That should have been the end of the facility.
According to the blueprints, anyway.
Security protocol activated. Scan Arda's security credentials immediately.
Well. After all these years and Arda still has something to hide. We're definitely onto something now.
Driver, anything you find down there, scan and transmit it back to us. We'll work on disengaging the security protocol.
So we are in the Red Meadow Research Facility, and I'm trying to recover experimental data.
Okay, here's something. This thing in the deep zone, they called it the well.
Oh, fantastic. Tobias, run those reports through the decryptor and see what you can find.
Oops, shouldn't have thrown it that hard. I'm gonna try to charge. Oh, I got this wet. I wanted to get it charged. I don't know if I can change it from wet to charged after I get it wet. Oh no, there it goes. Charged pearl. There we go. Alright, here's the other ones. Zap me, dude. Alright, I'll use a different shock tower. That one's damaged, and this one is oxidized. Oh, there it goes. Now this one's charged. The last zap worked. Need a new impact hammer? And I'll keep this... Actually, what? I forget what oxidized is. I mean, I know what it means at IRL. but not as it references the game. Also, I'm going to heal myself. I don't want to get shocked to death. That'd be embarrassing. Onward!
Oh, you'll like this, Tobias. Your remnant origin story, if you will.
Let me guess. You're about to ruin a good urban legend with a bunch of science.
Fine, I'll read this one myself. Nice work, driver. We'll review these and summarize our findings after.
So if you're wondering about fixing it with a sealing kit, I don't think I've ever tried to quote-unquote fix a pearl. But there we go. It's now an unreliable pearl rather than an oxidized one. I don't know if that's any better, but okay. Try to charge this one up again. There it goes. You can charge them with tourists. I feel like the towers are easier for me to do than tourists. But yeah, I think it's any source of electricity really works. But I'll take the ones that are a little bit more predictable, which won't zap the hell out of me in the process. Alright, so that's a bunch of charged pearls. Let's just get the experiment data now. So you have these logs. They don't actually contain information that makes sense to the player, so it's just like, hey, you got a log.
These lab notes are complete gibberish.
What about these diagrams, though? It looks like he was trying to convey something.
You can admire the doctor's newfound art skills all you want. You won't find anything useful in them.
Fuel's pretty low. I should refuel next time I stop. It'd be good, you know, not to go run out of fuel right next to like a surge tower or something. That'd be bad. I'm not too worried about my total amount of fuel though, because I do have the extra large can in the trunk, so there's not really a situation where like I run that much out of fuel, because this isn't an evaporative zone or anything like that.
This is a decrypted record of the accident. Hoppy, are you sure you want to hear this? It's got details about Alan's final moments.
It's been over 30 years. I'm past ready. Go on. on, driver. Keep snooping and see what else you can find.
We should be pretty close to done. Missed one over here, I think. I should have asked Oppie just to turn off the alarm. Forget opening the doors for me. I don't want to hear that alarm anymore. The car will get me home one way or another. The car can't filter out that alarm noise.
Lab notes. Maybe my late husband sent us something useful from the grave after all.
And you're all clear.
Give us a moment. We'll let you know what we found in all this data. And make your way back to the auto shop after you're done scouring the place. And driver, thank you.
She said thank you. That never happens. Honestly, giving her attitude, if she says thank you, that's when you're like, alright, what's gonna kill me? When am I gonna die? She never says thank you, so I should be scared. Coming up on the end of the run, so I'm not going to worry too much about the fuel anymore. Whoa! Traction on a stormy road, very low. And there we go. So, ahead. What was the... So I never, because we're further than I had scanned. I had scanned up to the facility, the Red Meadow lab. I don't know any of the conditions in the zone. It is scorch. So I can see from the bars up there, it's like Artichoke, Box Truck, Squire, Sap Crystal, you know, Twisted Ember. But as far as anomalies go, it's a little bit less identified. That there looks like a honeypot car.
Driver, you hit the jackpot. We've got a lead on what you're heading toward in the deep zone. Tobias, give us the rundown about the well.
ARDA classified it as a hotspot of ultra-high energy gamma radiation. Its eruptions were spontaneous, and ultimately ARDA made no conclusion about what caused it, when it would blow, or how destructive it would be. ARDA, of course, wanted to control this bottomless well of energy. So they brought in Dr. K and Allen to research activation and containment. They discovered a way to reliably trigger the well.
And that was the remnants.
And that's what the remnants have been leading people towards. The well. This second report's a good one. Ready to hear where the remnants came from? The original remnants were created in Dr. K's lab. They aimed to create a trigger for activating the well by infusing objects with a carefully calibrated limb wave. The ones that shared a resonant frequency would...
Yeah, just get to the good stuff.
You know, you'd be a much better ghost hunter if it weren't for that unfortunate attention span. Reading this makes it obvious how the remnants ended up in the wild.
Wait, what? How?
The gamma ray surge that caused the mass hallucination event. That energy irradiated everything within a 10-mile radius. Objects with the right characteristics absorbed that energy and became the remnants people found out in the zone.
Wow. Francis would get a kick out of that one. I'll tell him later.
So I found a mirror ornament or a decoration vending machine out here, which is cool. And the logs that we just listened to are like critically important for the story, which is essentially the remnants were artificially created with limb wave technology, but the giant hallucination event and gamma ray burst that ultimately killed Oppie's husband is what released those remnants out into the wilds. Now, the unanswered part, of course, is why our car's remnant exists, because all of the other remnants are much older, and then our car is obviously not old, so that is like one of the unanswered questions, I suppose. But you know, the story gets into that. All right, there was another log for me to listen to.
You've got that accident record ready, Tobias? It's time.
Okay, then. September 14, 1961. Arda's finalized report on what happened that night. Dr. K and Alan were testing the
Activation potential of lab-created remnants.
That night was a run-of-the-mill remnant test. Nothing out of the ordinary. The remnant in question was a tungsten cube. At 3:23 a.m., the cube was brought towards the well. The well reacted at nominal levels. However, at the 500-meter distance, the cube was sucked into the well and triggered the gamma ray surge. The energy output continued ramping up, and at 15 seconds, showed no signs of stopping. Then, Alan...
Go on. I can handle it.
Dr. K testified that Alan engaged the suppression protocol, then the kill switch, both of which failed. Dr. K ordered Alan to get to safety, but Alan insisted on staying at the controls. Only when he flipped the radiation polarity did the energy output plateau, then collapse back into itself. Alan's gamma radiation exposure was fatal due to his proximity to the well. If it weren't for him, the entire zone might have gone up.
That's who Alan was. Loyal until the very end.
I'm sorry, Oppie.
I'd expect nothing less from him.
There should be an anchor around here.
Once that car gets to the well, we can expect another gamma ray eruption. We'll need a way to cut it off. And I may have found the answer in Alan's lab notes. His work on that suppression technique was top-notch.
What's interesting is Dr. K and Alan didn't know any more than we do now. They had no conclusions about what the well is.
Or what the remnants did.
Or how they interacted with this well. Maybe they're ladles that will scoop out a metered amount of gamma radiation. Maybe they trigger an eruption that we can't stop and will destroy the zone if we get it too close.
That's a hell of a range. What are we going to do?
We keep going.
But if it's an eruption...
I already sacrificed the Olympic Peninsula once for Limb Tech. How many chances for total and utter fallout does a girl get in her life, huh?
In another life, we would have made a fantastic team.
Oh, let go.
In no universe would I not have murdered you in your sleep.
Ouch, 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 ouch. So that ball tire just failed again, which is going to keep happening because it's worn out. So it's probably popped. Let's see if I can fix it. But like, the TLDR is once your tires are worn out. Oh no, this one's gone. Okay, let's see. I will make a spare. I'm keeping the old tires so I can shred them back home for a little extra resource. But now we're on a spare tire. We're on a donut. So, glad that this is my last zone, because, you know, the car's... This is my 4th junction, right? And I've been spending a lot of time out on this run. A lot more wear and tear than normal. And it didn't help that my tires were close to being used up. So this run tipped the scales over. This is the last anchor, and then we can portal home. I also tend not to like to stick around in zones that are unscanned, because it's hard to tell if there's like new anomalies or stuff for you to interact with, because the zones are unscanned. So there's like less progress essentially that you can do as a result. Plus, you know, they're due to the unknown nature of the threats you'll face. They are potentially more dangerous because they might have dangers you don't know about. There we go. Alley-oop and out. Pretty good resource run considering it was a story run. So, I'm going to have you guys vote for what the next run will be, and then once I get back and put all my lovely resources away, we'll figure out what research to get. Oh, Nitro, I love you. That was so easy to do. Thank you for tuning in to Pacific Drive, which originally streamed live on Twitch April 9th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. And if you would like to join my online gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow breachers.